Namaskar kids, I am Partho Ghosh from the Vedic IQ. In the previous videos, we saw how Damnak the jackal set out to start a quarrel between the lion and the bull. On his pursuit of convincing the lion to get rid of the bull, he explained how wrong it is to befriend someone you don't know. He told the story of the bug and the flea to consolidate his point. And this is the story that I am going to tell you today. Are you excited? Great, let's go. Once upon a time, there lived a bug. Her name was Mandavisarpini. She was not just an ordinary bug. She had made her home in the folds of the linen sheet of the king. Imagine that, living in the lap of luxury. One fine day, as Mandavisarpini was basking in the comfort of her royal abode, she noticed a tiny flea named Agnimukh drifting into the king's bedroom. Mandavisarpini was a bit of a fusspot and could not stand anyone invading her personal space. So she went to Agnimukh and said, "Hey little flea, you seem to have taken a wrong turn. This is the king's bed and you are not exactly invited. You better leave before someone spots you." Agnimukh was one cheeky flea with a sharp tongue. "Oh dear lady," he retorted, "one should always be a good host and treat guests with utmost respect. Besides, I have been traveling far and wide, tasting all kinds of blood, but I have never had the pleasure to taste a royal blood. So, I am afraid I won't be leaving just yet." The bug was in a bit of a pickle now. She did not want to create a scene. At the same time, she reminded herself that the flea is a guest, and the guest needed to be treated with respect. Kids, do you know there is a Sanskrit phrase that means the guest is God? This phrase tells us to treat our guests as we treat our gods. Can you guess this Sanskrit phrase? Is it A. Satyam Shivam Sundaram, B. Atithi Devo Bhava, or C. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramya? Think about it and choose your answer. The correct answer is B. Atithi Devo Bhava, which literally means the guest is God. Moving on with the story, Mandavisarpini came up with an idea. "Ah, you are right, dear flea," she said. "But you know what? I happen to be the royal bloodsucker around here. When the king sleeps, I feed on the king's blood every night. However, you seem to be quite impatient. How about this? You wait until I am done and then you can have your fill." The flea did not want to miss out on such a scrumptious treat. He happily agreed to the bug's proposition. Meanwhile, as the fate would have it, the king entered his bedroom to catch some sleep. But before he could even close his eyes, he felt an unbearable itch. Oh no, it was Agnimukh, the impatient flea who just started his royal feast a bit too early. The bug told him to wait till the king sleeps, but he was so impatient that he could not control his tongue. Startled and annoyed, the king leaped from his bed and called for his servants. "Something's biting me. Check the bed, quick," he commanded. The king's servants did not waste a moment. They pulled off the linen and began examining the bed very closely. Unfortunately for Mandavisarpini, the flea somehow managed to sneak into a recess of the bed, escaping the sharp eyes of the servants. To their dismay, the servants found Mandavisarpini instead of the culprit flea. They thought that it was this bug who might have bitten the king. Without a second thought, they squashed the poor bug. And so, the helpless bug met her untimely demise. It all happened because of a greedy flea who could not wait for his turn to feast on the royal blood. Damnak the clever jackal used this story to remind Pinglak about the importance of trust and loyalty. The bug allowed a stranger flea to come and join the feast and eventually paid the price. Damnak also advised the king to kill the bull Sanjeevak, otherwise the king would meet the same fate as Kakudrum. In the next video, we will explore the story of the blue jackal and we will see why Damnak gave the example of Kakudrum to the Lion King. That's it for today's story. I hope you had a great laugh and learned valuable lessons. Until next time, take very good care of yourself, keep smiling and spreading love. Goodbye, dear friends. Namaskar.